My name's Revan Gunawardena. I'm the Chief Commercial Officer at Giga Foods Private Limited. We are currently sitting on the first floor at the Fuller Burgers standalone dining outlet in Pitakote. So Fuller actually started from the concept of a cloud kitchen. So it was multi-brand, multi-cuisine, no standalone, and no dine-in or front facade involved. So the original branding created for us was done by actually an Indian branding agency called Landor. The brief given to them was obviously at that time was we are a cloud kitchen. So the branding that they created was based purely on the fact that we will be a delivery only company, and they had to portray our brand effectively on the online platforms, on the online spaces. We were never meant to interact with a customer or have a customer at our doorstep. But as we saw a shift in the landscape of consumer behavior post-economic crisis, to be exact, suddenly we had customers who previously ordered on the platforms regularly were saying, oh, can I come and dine in at your location? Can I come and sit there because I just want to get out of my house? Our outlets kind of had a similar look, but it was very generic. There was no real brand visibility or kind of brand identity to it. They will walk in and see, oh, we make Indian, oh, we do another brand as well. What does that mean? The biggest challenge that we had was actually to figure out how to deal with the multi-brand experience. And the question of how do we bring all three brands out and still have individual brand identity and give customers three brand experiences. That was where we were really kind of struggling to figure out that turns. That was one of the big problems that I brought across to Studio Nice One when we approached them. I felt that they understood not just a branding perspective, but a Sri Lankan market perspective. Since we are now making that call to roll into the quick service restaurant model, it means that you have to roll into local market and understand the Sri Lankan consumer, which takes not just an overall branding perspective. You have to have a local touch and a local understanding of what really tweaks the Sri Lankan consumers. So I think that whole balance between local culture and international brand standards is the perfect balance that needs to be brought whenever a brand is being curated. So that's where we felt Studio Nice One could bring that perfect harmony. The initial research proposal that was submitted by Studio Nice One was, I mean, to be honest, was very in-depth. The key was that what they understood from the situation, what they pitched towards us was actually an end-to-end solution. So that is not just the look and the feels, but the actual tangible elements, from how you are greeted to how you are served to how you are let out of the outlet. So that entire experience is what they proposed to us, and they actually ended up executing. When Amy and Akila and showed it to us, I was like, why can't I have this now? Like tomorrow, like I want it now. The fact that we were being given this whole playbook essentially, or they understood that a playbook had to be given, gave us a lot more confidence that, you know what, we should take this chance, we should take the leap of faith and go for it. The playbook that they rolled out was essentially that Fuller Burgers as a standalone outlet. So there is no confusion to the customer, there is no confusion to the employees, there's no confusion to the space. From the outside facade to the entrance walkway to the front of house counter to the seating to the menu screens to the tabletop displays to the uniforms, the whole gamut. For me, I was like, wow, it exceeded everything I expected, and that's why I was so excited to be like, I wish I could snap my fingers and it's just there in my outlet tomorrow. They've achieved the brief, they've hit the brief, they've gone beyond the brief in certain elements as well. And I was just very ready to get it going. So since that conversion, the sales have doubled, because what we have found is, both from an operational perspective as well as from a customer perspective, the brand has really flourished. The customer now has a clear vision and a clear experience, a clear idea of what they are getting into when they walk into that outlet. It's a Fuller Burger experience end to end. The feedback is essentially the proof in the pudding. The positive sentiment that is coming through, that is echoing from the customer base, is so clear. The experience of the burger has been enhanced tenfold from the ambience and and the whole setup of the place. We are a fairly big startup now, but we're still a startup and we're still learning, we're still evolving. That understanding of where we are and what we're doing and what we're trying to do was taken on board by Amy and Akila very, very, graciously. That was the best thing for me, which what I found was that it was working with like-minded people who were very passionate as well about the project in hand, and they were also very, very excited to take it on board, and they were very, very proactive with everything, and that's what made it so much easier to work with them. And we found, I think, a winning chemistry. It's without a doubt, I think, the best experience I've had with an agency or a branding agency, especially with a type of rather difficult problem. I would say that we still do have two other brands that are currently sitting in the cloud kitchen arena. Who knows what the future holds for them? We may take those into the physical space also. And if we are, there's only one person I want to call. So I've got her number saved, so that's it.